This is Barbara, right?
Yes.
And she's one of the hosts here at the St. Francis Cathedral Basilica. Barbara, tell us about the history here.
Yeah. Well, Santa Fe was had the Spanish coming here in 1610, and it became a town that they developed. Eventually, they left. The Mexicans were here for about 25 years, and then it became an American territory in the 1840s. Because of that, within a couple of years, the Catholic Church in the Midwest sent a Father Lamy here to Santa Fe to become the new pastor of a church. And Father Lamy, who was from France, thought that he wanted to build a Romanesque, French Romanesque cathedral. He didn't really like the adobe church that was here, and adobe requires a lot of maintenance because it deteriorates. Every couple of years you have to resurface it. So today we have in Hispanic Santa Fe this French Romanesque church, and it took about 40 or 45 years to build, and it was built around an earlier adobe church. That was because they left that intact so that the parishioners could come and attend Mass and all. So the stenciling here is actually based on stenciling in Assisi, because this is the St. Francis Cathedral. St. Francis is the patron saint of Santa Fe, and of course of this church, because originally there were so many Franciscan priests here that came with the Spanish. So it over the years, though, it has become has different elements, both Hispanic and French. For instance, up behind the altar, there's an altar screen we call a Roerdo, and those are all saints from the Americas. And that was made about 40 years ago by a well-known painter, Brother Lintz. And the Stations of the Cross here were made about 35 years ago by Santera here, a very well-known artist here in Santa Fe, Maria Romero Cash. And her intention was to paint the Stations of the Cross in a way that people wouldn't feel so repulsed by the violence. And so she was inviting people to meditate on the Stations of the Cross for a longer period of time. And so that's why you have them. They are done again in a retablo tradition, and that's why they have the little curtains that frame the different stations. And so what else could I say? I think that's about it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Barbara.
Yeah. Okay.
I encourage everyone to come and visit the cathedral here and visit with Barbara, part of the friendly host of the cathedral. It's a staircase, a chapel staircase. Welcome to Gnarly Beer Travel. Today we're going to go inside and peruse the beauty of the St. Francis Basilica Cathedral here in downtown Santa Fe.
guys.
Here's some of the beautiful paintings that have been depicted here that Barbara was speaking of. I highly recommend, if you have the opportunity to come here to view this beautiful cathedral, to take the time on your trip to do so. Some more people that are coming to enjoy the cathedral. Beautiful ceilings, like in Roman architecture. And here's a fountain right here in the middle of the cathedral. We go into this alcove over here. Sorry. Piece of art. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful architecture here in downtown Santa Fe, right outside the cathedral. It's definitely a must-see.